everyone, and welcome back. Today we are talking Tesla, and I have Chris Markoch back with me today to provide his insights. Tesla shares are up over 100% since the last time we talked about Tesla on this channel. Be sure to check out the previous video. I'll link that above right here and also in the description below. Tesla accounts for nearly 1% of the S&P 500's 8% year-to-date return. No other company in the index is off to a hotter start. There are more catalysts on the horizon for Tesla, and surely we'll be talking about those. But first, real quick, we're offering our viewers a massive discount on MarketBeat All Access. The link to check out this offer is included in the description below. With MarketBeat All Access, you'll be able to do yourself a huge favor when it comes to market research. No longer will you have to browse page after page, open tab after tab to collect the data you need to make informed decisions. There is an easier way, and that way is MarketBeat All Access. It's going to be your solution to implement an all-in-one place pre-market trading routine that is consistent and effective. As always, I have to remind you, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Go ahead, do it right now. I'll wait, but only for a second because I'm anxious to talk about Tesla. All right, Chris, how are you? It's great to have you back.
I am doing well, Lacey. Thank you. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. All right, Tesla is the #1 search stock at MarketBeat. We have requests for more Tesla news, more Tesla videos. So here we are, Chris.
That's why we're talking about Tesla today.
All right, there's so much to unpack here, so let's just jump right into it. Chris, you mentioned the sell-off in Tesla stock seemed disproportionate to the company's revenue and earnings growth potential in our last Tesla video. Well, you were right. You nailed that one. Tesla earnings beat on top and bottom lines and have since reaffirmed its place as a leader in the EV space, and the stock has taken off. The turnaround has been amazing to watch for Tesla investors after the sellout they had to endure. What do you have to say about that?
You know, well, first of all, it's nice to get one right once in a while, but it really is. And we have some investors that subscribe to MarketBeat who are relatively new investors. And I think what's happened in Tesla in the last couple of months is a good example for them. I hope if they were owners of the stock, I hope they held on to it through some of the downtimes, because if you believe in the fundamental story of a company and they have the financials to back it up, sometimes you just need to shut out the news and just go with your gut and write it out. And if you did, you've been rewarded. I mean, Tesla's up today even when the rest of the market is down. At least it was before we came on. So, I mean, Tesla's just, it's been a really good story, and it may not be done. There are a number of catalysts that could potentially move Tesla higher here in the short term.
All right, catalysts. I always enjoy hearing the story behind those. Tell us about the catalyst specifically, if you would, please.
Well, so for starters, whenever you talk about Tesla, you have to talk about Elon Musk.
Yep, we do.
He's going to be the first thing you talk about with Tesla. He's going to be the last thing you talk about with Tesla. He may be the single biggest catalyst for Tesla. When you and I talked last time, I was even saying one of the reasons why the stock was struggling was because investors were concerned that Elon was spending too much time with Twitter and not enough time with Tesla. So, but I think the earnings report helped to soothe investors as far as the feeling that maybe maybe Musk wasn't paying enough attention. In fact, Musk said the company might be able to produce 2 million cars this year. And there's something else that he said, and this is something that's really important. I'm going to look at my phone for a second because I want to make sure I really get this quote right.
Yes.
He said, "We are planning to grow production as quickly as possible in alignment with the 50% compound annual growth target rate we began guiding to in early 2021. Wow. I mean, 50% CAGR, that's going to get a lot of investors excited. So prior to this rally, the PE for Tesla had slipped down into the mid-30s range. And now it's up, last I checked, it was around 58, 59 times earnings. That's going to get the attention of the big players and the institutions. And it's what should also get the attention of individual investors. That kind of growth is huge. And right now it looks like Tesla is going to back it up.
All right, Chris, I think I heard this right. If I didn't, let me know. But I heard that Kathy Wood was buying more Tesla stock.
Gee, imagine that. Yeah. Kathy Wood's been obviously one of the largest Tesla bulls there is, probably next to Elon Musk. And her flagship ARK Innovation ETF purchased 145,000 shares of Tesla. That's worth $15.7 million. And that was when Tesla was trading at $108 in early January. And that wasn't the only one of her funds that is buying into Tesla. So she has a 2026 price target for Tesla of about $500 per share. Now let's put it in the context. If I'm looking here at my chart, Tesla's trading at around $215 right now. So that means she's projecting that by 2026, the stock will more than double. Mm-hmm. And she owns about $487 million worth of Tesla through her ARK funds. It's her fifth largest holding. And, you look at just from the electric vehicle sector only, Tesla could make that change happen. That's the kind of news that ultimately will move stocks higher.
Chris, many analysts are continuing to say EVs are still expensive to buy, even with the rebates. Are we years away from mainstream adoption, or?
So we're going to know a lot more about that, I think, in the next 6 to 9 months. Mm-hmm. Certainly, if you watch the Super Bowl, you couldn't go more than 2 or 3 commercial timeouts without seeing, if not one, multiple EV commercials. Interestingly enough, none of them were Tesla because they didn't have to be. So there's a huge shift right now going on to produce more affordable EVs, but Tesla's already kind of in the lead there. From 2017 to 2022, the average price on a Tesla EV is halved. And that's yet during that same time, their margins went from being in the red to being in the black. So they're managing to lower the prices of their vehicles but get higher profits. That's very bullish. And Kathy Wood is saying that she believes Tesla is going to come out with a Model 3 soon that'll be priced around $25,000. And if that happens, that could be a real game changer and bodes very well for the stock price of Tesla. And to back that up, we have to remember that Tesla is not just a car company, but it also is a technology company, and it's also trying to build out a lot of the infrastructure around EVs. And they're planning on opening up 7,500 more charging stations to other EVs by 2024. Why is that significant? Well, as you know, the Biden administration has made EVs one of their number one priorities. But as most investors know, our charging infrastructure is nowhere near where it needs to be to make that happen. And for up until now, or up until, I guess, 2024, Tesla's EV charging stations are proprietary. They're not going to be able to work with any other cars. That's going to change now if these types of changes happen. What it's showing is that looks like there might be a little bit more cooperation between Elon Musk and the Biden administration. And I think that needs to happen. And whether they admit it or not, the two parties need each other. So if that can happen, it's a good step for that mainstream adoption of EVs that I think certainly the Biden administration is hoping for. And that has to happen if EVs are going to go mainstream.
Chris, I'm curious to know, are you a buyer of Tesla?
I'm not. For a long time, I've kind of stayed away from the stock. Haven't been necessarily as big of a believer, but I have to admit, I'm starting to look at the stock with different eyes. At this point, the PE is up there in the mid 50s. And if the share price consolidates here, it could provide an opportunity for buying in. Of course, Elon Musk might just continue to keep dropping news every day, and that could just send the stock higher and sustain the rally. So, like it or not, really almost everything Elon Musk touches works out very well for his investors, and that could be the very well the case for Tesla stock.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. I hope everyone tuning in enjoyed my discussion with Chris about Tesla. We've certainly learned a lot about the company and its future prospects today. With the EV market continuing to grow and Tesla leading the charge, there are definitely some exciting times ahead for investors. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on the stock and bringing you the latest news and analysis here on MarketBeat. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out the MarketBeat All Access sale by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks again, Chris. I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, Lacey. Looking forward to it.